Welcome everyone, my name is Jack Kirby from Jack Kirby versus the World, and we are going out into the world today at Hip and Happening, Huntington Beach, to figure out, with our political climate right now, are people up to snuff on their U.S. history knowledge? Let's find out. All right, so we are here with Mariana, and what is your occupation, Mariana?
I am a high school social studies teacher. Sometimes it's U.S. history, sometimes world history, sometimes government, sometimes econ, sometimes AP U.S. history.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to be asking you just a few basic questions about U.S. history, and I hope that, I think this should go pretty well. Yeah. All right, so just starting right off the bat, who was our first president?
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington Carver.
How about the second?
James Madison. Oh wait, what did I say that? I am a high school social studies teacher. Sometimes it's U.S. history, sometimes world history, sometimes government, sometimes econ, sometimes AP U.S. history. Is that right?
Thomas Jefferson? I don't know.
John, wait, hold on. 2.
Samuel Adams.
John Adams.
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Adams now. Yeah, yeah, now I'm right.
All right, that is correct.
Adams.
That's correct. That's correct. Do you guys want to go for a third? Third president?
Jefferson.
That's correct. Awesome. All right, so next up, we're going to say, how many colonies were there originally?
13, of course.
And can you name 3?
Of course, I can name Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Delaware.
Correct. All right, awesome. How many colonies were there originally?
13.
And can you name 3 of them?
Massachusetts. Delaware? Delaware. And Virginia.
All right, that's correct. Do you know how many colonies there first were when? How many?
13.
That's correct. And can you name 3 of them?
I want to say Delaware, New York, and one more. Delaware, New York. Is it Maine? No. Why am I having a brain fart? What else is there? Something on the coast. New York. What else did I get? Delaware, and then no, I can't. I only know 2. Is Boston one?
Boston's in Massachusetts. Massachusetts was one of the first colonies.
Maybe I'm not so good at history.
It's all good, no worries. So do you think it's important for people to know their history?
Hear your fortune from Zoltar. Ah, yes, it looks like today must be your lucky day, for I see relaxation in your future. Have no worries about your troubles, my friend. Zoltar has wisdom enough to conquer them all. Surrender to me your treasure, and let me tell you more.
So you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We should relax on learning our history, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. Zoltar, this was not a good session. Why do I pay you?
After our interesting talk with Zoltar, it was time to do something we love here on Jack Kirby versus the World.
Can you name one war that happened in the United States?
The French and Indian War.
Civil War.
That's correct. Do you know how many Supreme Court justices we have?
9.
100.
10.
Oh,
10?
Yeah, Supreme Court justice.
I say so. Yeah, like 12.
7. 1. 7.
9.
And could you name them?
Neil Gorsuch, Sotomayor, Keegan, Kavanaugh, Kennedy. How many has that been?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Wait, no, wait. This is like, come on, Michael. There's like 1 or 2 more that are like old dudes. They're old. Like Breyer? Is Breyer one of them? How many more do I need? I quit. I lose. Oh no. I'm going to jail, aren't I?
Yeah, the Supreme Court is going to indict you.
Oof.
Do you know what the first 3 words of the Constitution are?
I will have to think, but give me a second.
Of course.
We the people.
I think it's we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, etc., etc.
Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock. Can you guys name one right that's given to you in the Constitution?
Freedom of speech.
Can you name a second one?
Freedom of press.
Freedom of religion. The right to bear arms.
That is correct. Do you guys know what amendments give you those rights?
First Amendment.
Yeah, the First Amendment gives you the right to the freedom of speech and religion.
Second Amendment. Oh. Wait, I don't even know what you said. I forgot.
Do you guys know what our nation's motto is? I'll give you a hint. It's emblazoned on every coin that we have.
E pluribus unum.
Do you know what it means?
Something with equality.
Close. Okay, so e pluribus unum means out of many, one. So like out of however many people come to the U.S., whoever makes up the population of the U.S., we are all united in America.
He's from Africa.
See, we're all about like inclusiveness here. Let's go. Do you guys know what our national motto is? I'll give you guys a hint. It's emblazoned on like every coin that we have.
In God we trust, or...
Every coin. In God we trust? That is one of our mottos. The one I was thinking, actually, so I'll give you guys get credit for that. The other one I was thinking of is e pluribus unum, which is the words that are like on the coins. They have like on the coins, you see it's in Latin.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's all good. Do you know what the national motto blazoned on like most of our coins? What does it mean?
Out of one, many.
Wrong, sir. Wrong. You lose. Good day, sir.
I think that U.S. history is important because, okay, I'm not prepared for this, Ben.
I think it's important because it gives you awareness of what's happening and what happened before.
Yeah, and if you know the past, you're more likely to be prepared for the future, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely an important thing that everyone needs to know. See, I'm not very educated in it, and that's not very good because I live in this country. I need to know what's going on, the history, everything that's gone on, and that can have a role in where you vote and where you stand in the voting.
For sure, you need to know your rights in order to vote. You can't vote for something if you have no idea what it is. And a lot of the stuff that we vote for comes from our Constitution and comes from our past. So yes, it's very important.
I say it's important because like U.S. citizens need to know what our country has been through like in the past to like grow from it or not like repeat itself.
All right, so last question. Mariana, do you think that people nowadays are informed enough about U.S. history?
No, I've become anti-democratic lately. I think that as a teacher myself, we're being pushed to not really teach like facts anymore, like the kind you're asking, that's sort of passing by, and they want the kids to know how to like do skills, which means they don't really have a lot of background info. Therefore, these kids will be adults and they probably don't know enough to vote. So, yeah, I think like we've got to just understand that yes, learning history requires some sort of memory. You need to remember what happened, and it might require some knowledge of dates, but that shouldn't scare anyone. It should be, if the story's compelling enough, the dates will just be stuck in your head anyway. And with that information, I think people, citizens, will do a better job of being able to vote according to their best interests. And I think currently there's a big segment of the population that is voting contrary and counter to their interests. I think if we were more informed, that would not happen.
Gotcha. I mean, like they say, history repeats itself, and also there's like, you can't necessarily go into the future without knowing your past.